All right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Yorny Valley, and welcome to another episode of Star Technology, where this is not what we're gonna do. It's coming. I was just looking, what are the next coil blocks? We've got a few RTM alloy coil blocks, so we need to get this SSG. We've got the EV mixer, so this part shouldn't be a problem. No, not that. Electric blast furnace. It's just an EV blast furnace, so that shouldn't be a problem. I just don't think it matters at the moment. So, and I'm looking up Naquita. We'll probably need these in order to get Naquita. Just kind of planning what's coming. Yeah. I've got all this hot red steel and hot iridium we need to process. I'll get that over here shortly. Yep. But today I think I want to clear out. I've got these black steel frames in my inventory, and that's to make these industrial barrels. The industrial barrels are no big deal. All we need is... Oh, do I not have laminated glass? There we go. To get laminate, we got the tempered glass. Get that though we need polyvinyl polyvinyl butyrol. All of these chemicals, I recognize, like the name. Somewhere, sometime has mentioned it. Oh, and I've got this. Oh, look, right there. Okay, so we need polyvinyl acetate and butyraldehyde. This is the only way to make it. And that's important because, as I'm looking through all of these things, like I have to make sodium hydroxide. There's 2 or 3 ways of making that. Which one's best? Man, do I want to do both? I don't. Decision paralysis is a serious issue for me. But it's fine, right? So we get some butyraldehyde mixed with polyvinyl acetate. Okay. So polyvinyl acetate, there is 4 ways of making it, but they're really just one way. Because we're not using titanium tetrachloride, we are always low on titanium. We're finally starting to catch up, but every time I make an EV machine, I have to steal 8, and then it takes a really long time to catch up. We spent last episode fighting... Where was it? Over here. And if you remember... actually, it's just 2 episodes ago we set this up. Since then, I actually just added 2 more of these and realized, oh, that's just the easiest way to do this. So these are no longer the slow spot. I had to swap out for a 16 amp. That's fine. But it's all backed up by now. I wasn't expecting it. And now, strangely enough, or not strangely enough, this mixer is the slow rolling part. I apologize. I try to close out all my messaging apps, but it doesn't always go. So I don't know how to fix this. I mean, I do. I've got lots of ways, just not elegantly. And that's the thing is, I'm trying never to brute force things. I always want to elegantly do them. This is a brute force approach. I don't like it, but I don't have a better solution. And it's not bad. It's a fine solution. I'd call it a 7 out of 10. And I'm always looking for like what's an 8 out of 10 look like, what's a 9 out of 10 look like. So this is fine. And then last episode we were doing all of this, and this all seems to be working just fine. I did learn as I was looking around. It's not the speed upgrades don't do anything. Well, they do, but basically the router will transfer 1 bucket per tick, and if you do 9 speed upgrades, it'll transfer 1/10 of a bucket every 2 ticks. Sorry, it's a bucket per second, so a bucket every 20 ticks. And if you add 9 upgrades, it does 1/10 of a bucket every 2 ticks, every 1/10 of a second. So it's not that it does more, it just does it more regularly. It increases the slices of time. And so the fluid transfer upgrades, adding that is what increases the amount. So the first one is what lets it transfer 1 bucket per tick. The second one is 2. So 15 is probably way overkill because, sorry, I keep saying a tick, a second. I could probably get by with 1, and we'll get to that min-maxing it when the time comes. But this is all working well. I looked around, and I don't actually have any place up here where it's going to be easy to do the transfer. I've got all of these here. I need to do refinery gas too, but it's starting to get silly. I don't know. Oh, and look, heavy fuel's filled up again, and I just don't like it. Okay, so I've got lots of things. so many things to do, and I keep bouncing between them based on interest. Right now, I am setting up stuff to make IV motors. I don't want to make a lot of the stuff automated, but I do want to get that. I've got graphene, I've got the magnetic neodymium, and I've got the tungsten steel rods. Those are all set up and ready to go to be part of the automation. But we need tungsten wires as well, which means I need to smelt or blast furnace tungsten. And I can't figure out how we're going to. It's over here. I can't figure out how we're going to pull this apart to get tungsten sometimes, tungsten steel other times, and maybe tungsten carbide sometimes, because I'm not even getting enough tungsten steel. Right? I'm only getting. This is so slow. So I need to speed that up. And honestly, the drilling is what's going to speed that up, now that I think about it. So we need to figure out a way to get the drilling faster. That's the void excavator. And again, the problem with this is it's all LUV stuff, and the LUV stuff requires... What? I didn't even pay attention to that. So we need to get into assembly lines. Assembly lines aren't hard. It's IV stuff. No big deal. Assembly line casing is... Oh, evil. Ew. So we don't have the base for that. Our base is huge. Our base is growing exponentially all the time. It's fun, but you know, the different, you know, it's like playing cookie clicker or something, right? Yeah, you might be getting a billion cookies a click, but the next milestone is 1 trillion. So you got to figure something out. Right. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to set up a couple of chemical factories. And I don't know where it's going to go. I think this constitutes a plastic, but it's not polyvinyl butyrol. So it is a poly. And I'm trying to think, do we want to put it on this line here with the other polys? I was thinking about doing it all the way down here because it's only used for one thing. Right? The only thing that we use it for is making these plates. The plates get put in the laminated glass. The blocks aren't used for anything. Yeah, Oh, and that's it. You can only make... Well, hold on a second. Metal molding? Yeah. No, it's not used for anything. And that's it. There's no... Huh. Oh, I see. We could do this one here. And we can make nuggets, plates, blocks. That's it. So it's a one-line chain. It seems silly, but we're going to go ahead and try it. Okay, so if I run all the way down here, this line... And I guess back to, we'll put down one of these guys. And so what I think we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So to make this is not going to be crazy, I don't think. We'll see what happens. We're going to still be using the things that spit over. Ender barrels, ender tanks. But we have to make both of these because you don't get this from anywhere else. That's it. So there's only one way to make this. There's only one, well, there's 4 ways, but like I said, it's really just one way. It's oxygen and air mixed with vinyl acetate, or we throw some titanium tetrachloride in there. But again, I'm already so far behind on titanium tetrachloride that that's not an option. So there's one way to make this. Great. Vinyl acetate, there is one way to make vinyl acetate. Yeah. And... the butyraldehyde is just carbon monoxide, propene, and hydrogen. We've got the propene, so this shouldn't be crazy. Right, so let's set this up. I think we're going to go ahead and just do this layer as well, and then I've got the PTFE pipe casings. They go here, 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 and the Cooper nickel. I'd really like to know... I don't think you can upgrade it. It would be awesome if you could. Like, if I could just swap this out. The reason you can't is because it's only one. I'm sure it's just because there's only one. And, you know, upgrading this to HSSG, and if it gave you a 50% boost in the outputs or something, would be crazy beneficial. So that's almost certainly off the table. And, yeah, so the reason the back is always the same is I'm just a sucker. I can't stop. I have to do efficiency for space. And yep, so that means that these guys all go in here. Sometimes I'll break these guys out, and they'll turn into If I have something that I'm going to trash, like this one's not a problem, this one's not a problem, and this one's not a problem. So none of those are going to get broken out, but like some of them, they've got diluted hydrochloric acid. And I'll put it on one of the interior ones with a breakdown because it's easier, so much easier to just make more hydrochloric acid than it is to process the old. Okay, so, yep. We need 3 EV energy hatches. And let's see, this one's going to have, so it's going to be one of the precursors on the left side, one of the precursors on the right side, and then they'll mix in the middle. So we need 2 input hatches and an output hatch. I could do all of this in probably 2, but then I run into issues moving it later or remembering what's being done, and it's cool, but impractical when we've got infinite resources. And it's not infinite resources. Time is always the limiting factor. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm really struggling with the time side of it. This one's going to be 3, so that's going to be 7 hatches. And this one needs 2 and 1, so that's 10 hatches. So let's go get the EV energy hatch and 10 input hatches. And that's actually going to be fast enough that I'll just take you with me. We can jump over here. Lean over here. And I'm amused by just how long these I made these, I don't know how long time ago. I set up the automation for it and everything, and they've just been lasting forever, which is, I don't know if that's awesome or means I'm going slow or what, but there it is. So southwest gives us some energy hatches. Those are HV. EV are, there's the converters. Can't sort it. There we go. EV energy hatch. And I think I've got enough. Nope. That was the wrong. I gotta. This is the east side. The outer fringes of the east side. And I'm never gonna remember that. Oh, well. All right. So energy hatch, energy hatch, energy. Oh, let's double check. HV. LV. HV. Okay. So all of those are fine. And this is not used for anything else. Wait. Yeah. And this is used to make glue. Used to make glue. So I don't care. I don't want to check, but I'm gonna check. This is the only way to make glue in the mixer. Otherwise, we have to do the sticky resin. And honestly, the sticky resin, that's like a 2-second operation. If we do this centrifuge, even at EV or HV, that's sufficient. It's not like we use the glue for anything anymore. We're not making any of these. I'm just looking through. Oh, right. But we can use the better stuff. So there's no reason for us to have glue. I want glue. I don't get me wrong, but it's just not going to be in the cards. Okay, so input buses, please go like that. Let's do the left turn one on this side. So this one's going to have 3 input buses, and then we'll do the input buses on the right side. And I know that that's a little silly, but that's still how we're going to do it. Because this one was 2, right? The one on the right side. Yeah, just 2. So what's crazy is, so this, if this was a limiting factor, but we don't use this laminated glass for anything. Oh, we do. Oh, we do. We have to make this to make light stuff. This is the upgrade of, oh, so this might be a thing we automate eventually. Oh, I know that that's a thing. I just didn't. I kept meaning to check, and I guess I just never got around to it. Huh. Okay, well, the output bus and the output bus go there. And then I guess we'll do that output bus right there. I think that looks sufficient. So, you, here. Okay, all that's done. And then all that's left is, I guess we'll start with this side over here. I think it's okay. Let's see. We're going to make butyraldehyde. So that's propene, hydrogen, and carbon monoxide. We have to... well, does any of these do carbon monoxide as an output? I know it is an output, but I think I've mostly been avoiding it, honestly. So... Oh, carbon monoxide from titanium. Oh, that's why that works. Okay. Well, let's go steal... yeah, we'll go steal an old one. And then I've got to look and see what the propane ones are. This is what I'm trying to avoid with the... So I was trying to think, I think we could get by with basically interdimensional fluid transfer. I haven't come up with the exact details yet, but what if we loaded everything? So if I put... do I still have this down? No. I think if I loaded up the modular router with item transfer, right, sender modules, and then put in, I could put in tanks and then filter, not these universal cells, but like 64 bucket ones, and then it would slowly empty, and we would just set it so that it's filtered, so it sends the empty one back and the full one forward. I think that would work. It might be a little finicky, but I think that would work. So I'm gonna play with that. Hold on. Okay. Thinking it through, I think that'll work. So we're gonna go ahead and try it. Yeah. That was the groan. That was my Kif groan up. Oh, that it's really gonna be a lot. But let's go ahead and try it. I think we can do this. So let's go make a couple of. Let's see, we got plates somewhere. Do I have stainless steel plates in here? No. I've got electrum in one of these though, so we can make at least the rings. Oh, graphene is just a smelt. So it's going to be limited until I start setting up the multi-smelters. I'd really like to get the multi-smelters so that they're, that and the blast furnaces. I just want to have a chest where it creates everything I need for a blast furnace. Bam, and puts it in the chest. That sounds like an ME thing to me. So I can automate it. I just don't know. I don't like doing everything ME. I've mentioned this before. But we're at the point where we at least need the ME, so I'm not running all over the base trying to find every little thing. Okay, so let's make 4 of these. And then that means that we need... Nope, not aluminum. We're going to do stainless steel. It'll be a little slow, but that's okay for now. So some double stainless steel plates. I have stainless steel over here in one of these. Stainless steel. I keep looking and I keep not keeping track of it. 3. It's such a weird number. So 6, if we're going to make 4 of these, then we need 24. And this is I love this. This is zoop zoop zoop. I love it. We go blunk into the 2. Okay, it's not quite zoop zoop zoop, but good enough. Okay, and then it just takes the assembler, right? So I can put it in here. You and you, and that's it. So these might be worth automating because they're not expensive. Titanium would be a bit much. Rose gold's no big deal. Double titanium as well. We have to smelt blast furnace rose gold. So right now, stainless steel, easy peasy. Tungsten steel with 512. The problem with that is going to be I don't have enough space for it. Okay, let's check and see how this works. So if I go, this one's got glass. Okay, it can hold partials. Okay, and then it does restack. Good. Okay. Yeah. Let's grab modular router, and this we're not. I might not have enough time to get everything done. Range up, augment. Ooh. Oh wait, I'm gonna make the sender modules. Oh, okay. Sender module. Okay, that's easy enough. So these guys should be easy. These guys are definitely easy. So let's make a stack of these. Ooh. Okay, I was going to do the bow and arrow, but now I'm thinking piston. Okay, so we're going to make the pistons in the assembler, and there's this one, but this requires titanium, so that's not a good plan. Aluminum. Okay, so if we're going to get a stack of this, we need 16 aluminum plates, 48 planks, a stack of stone, and some redstone. Okay, that's all easy. I am going the wrong direction, though. Wait, do we need a stack? Yeah, a stack, which is 1 to 1, and then 48 planks. Gross. Ah, I just remembered. That's what we were talking about doing this, and I remember thinking, why was I gonna take it out of there? I was gonna take something out of this drawer, and it just now realized, oh, it's this. Okay, and then it's aluminum plates and redstone. Is that it? Aluminum plate, redstone. Okay, so 16 aluminum plates, 16 redstone. And aluminum plates should be right here. No, that's polyethylene. And then in that case, I have at least some aluminum right here. Oh, where? There. Polyethylene. What? Where did my aluminum go? I have automated frames. Oh, it was right next to it. Okay. If you were seeing that and we're like, dude. Okay. Once you start talking, and I know every single YouTuber talks about this, but once you start talking, it's like your brain shuts off. When I was a teenager, I remember challenging myself for like a year, and I'm gonna try it in here. We'll see if it works. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. So if I'm gonna make these, it requires nothing. Okay, so let's do. Oh, look at that! It's gonna be done. Yep, awesome. Okay, so we've got the pistons, and we literally just crafted with those. Okay, did I bring any? I did not. That's okay. We've got them right here. And so this guy goes with this guy. Sender module Mark 1. Now, the Mark 1s basically take from the block next to it, or push to the block next to it. Well, it says it's got a range of 8. Oh, these are sender modules. That's okay. It's okay. We'll use the fluid modules as well. Let's go get some of the ender pearls. I could have just taken a stack, couldn't I? And that must be why they've got this set up here, because it's a stack. Yep, okay. And then the 3s is ender chests, which is the standard recipe. So we're going to need 64 of those and 64 endstone. That's easy, actually. I just have to remember where I've got ender pearls, or eyes of ender being made. I think it's in a weird place. It's like smushed together with a bunch of other stuff. Because I just found it and was like, why? Yeah, see, why did I do that? In fact, we're gonna do this, and yep. Okay, so a stack of ender pearls and 8 stacks of obsidian. And while we are here, let's go ahead and snag the endstone. So endstone's being made not at the crusher, it's at this one. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It was right where we were at. We were crushing the endstone. I could have grabbed it from there, I guess. No, because it would have been in the input bus. And then the obsidian is here. I need to switch this over to a rock crusher. But this has so far been working okay, so, you know, whatever. We can run it through an assembler, but since there's no tools, it's fine. So you and you. Okay, that was like 6 minutes, I think. Okay, so we've got the sender module 3, Mark 3s. And we're just sending it across, so it's not like it matters. I don't know why I'm clicking all over the place. But we're going to grab fluid transfer. Do we even need the fluid transfer upgrade? No. In fact, I read it. It says if you're pumping in and out, you don't need the fluid transfer upgrades. So in fact, all we need is this guy here. Oh. I think we're good. I think we just need these two things. Okay. Oh, no. We're going to need two routers. In fact, put you up and we'll take these two routers. Because it says they've been configured, but that just means they've been placed and you can't. I like when you can do that. Can I, nope. Shift left click, shift right click, nothing changes it. Okay, so we're going to go over to, let's see, there's fields, there's that, there's the island, right here. Okay, so over here, we're making carbon monoxide. Is this ideal? It's going to be hard to remember that this is where it is, but, you know, so be it. We'll go ahead and put this here. We'll put one of these in there. And then if I set you to just pump out, you fill. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so then we're going to run this over here. And because this is a hatch, it's not going to try to steal the item. So we're going to grab this, shift right click there, and then this should send that over here. I hope. Yes. Okay. But the problem is, before we... Oh, I just emptied it. Oh, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. No, it's... Yes, it's fine. Because what we're going to do is we're going to grab another one of these and have it send it back here. And basically what we're going to do is we'll just have point-to-point links like this between every plane that needs, say, carbon monoxide in this case. Okay, so you should be empty. No, why not? Input hatch. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. Okay. I could use a fluid regulator, but that seems like a lot of use for a fluid regulator. So let's, for now, put this up. Yeah, see, it's just going back and forth. So what we need to do is come over here. Take this out, put this in. Oh, are these not smart enough to push? Unless something changes? Is that one of the issues? Okay, what if I put a pump on it? I don't think that that's going to change it, but... It did. Well, but it changed. Okay, so let's try this. First off, we're going to center module. Put that up there. It's the whitelist. It's only going to transfer those. We want to match NBT. Tag, we don't care about. Match any item in the filter may match for the filter to match. Use this under most circumstances. So match all. Okay, so it would have... I don't know, that's weird. Match any. Always continue. Right, it doesn't matter. That one doesn't matter. And match item damage. Don't think that matters. And definitely don't want tag matching. Okay, so this will only transfer that. But it's coming back. Now, if... Okay, so we're going to empty it because it's just carbon monoxide. I don't care. This is just a little bit too far away to be useful. We'll do the same thing here. We're going to put an empty one of these in here. Whitelist. Has to match NBT. Okay, so if I put this in there. Oh, with that. It didn't come back. Oh, man. That's not cool. Oh, this was such a good idea, too. Okay, what can I do? What can I do to make that happen? What if I grab you, put you there, and put a pipe? Because the pipes are constantly looking for where they can put stuff. Okay, filled and... Oh! I saw it warp somehow. Okay. And then we're coming over here to simulate. This is emptying. Yeah. So empty that. Put you back. Why aren't you going? Matches MBT, matches damage. Oh. Because this isn't this I moved the block. So it's trying to put it in the pipe there. Okay. Problem solved. That's an easy problem. Okay. So now it's doing that, and we're just gonna sit here for a second. It did! Awesome! Awesome. Okay. Okay. Now, so if I go like that, and put that in there like that, with that, nope, like that. Okay, so this should be, it's gonna need a pump. I don't know if the other one needed a pump. That's not gonna be a thing I check. Okay, so this pulled out that much. Let's go ahead and we'll just grab this and loop, loop. Left it. Right, it's not in there, and in just a second it comes back. No! Eco mode disabled. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the pipe didn't help. It was only because I put down a pipe and caused a block update. How do I cause a block? No, it's full. Why aren't you sending? Because I moved that one now. Ha! Man, putting this in there is going to cause a block update. Okay, so we're going to have to fill it up again. So the pipes are going to be the key here. And that's going to change a lot of my setup. And then, obviously, we don't have anything over here. So I'm going to have to run over and empty this again. But I'm not too upset about that. If this works... Okay, you're gone. And in like 2 seconds... It's back! Yes! Okay, let's try it one more time. It's gone. It's back. Okay. That's fantastic. I don't know why. I don't know why it's at 46,000 though. I don't care. It's working. Okay. Okay. So it's finicky, but it's set up. So there's it's like when you're programming. There's 3 kinds of errors basically. The first one is it just doesn't compile. The second one is it compiles and then it like crashes. It's called logic error. But when I'm teaching, I always have a third error, and the third error is things that don't work but are not obvious, right? So like something like that would be if somebody whose name is too long. Sometimes it puts it in properly, but other times. Or like it puts it in properly, but then when it runs the backup is truncated, right? So if somebody's character name is like 65 characters long and the backup slot is only 64 characters long, then it looks like it's working out properly, except every once in a while everything goes down and they have to restore from backup. Well, now you've got just a couple of people whose names are truncated. What changed? And it takes an experienced bug fixer to realize that. Okay. I think it's the pipes. I think the pipes are what did it. So we're going to stick with that. And then this is the titanium tetrachloride. I'm not worried about that one right now, but I am worried about a couple of the other ones. So I'm going to set this up for other ones. In fact, let's go see if we can do that with phenol. What were the other ones that it needed here? I know I'm going way over, but it's called feature creep. That's another one. Okay, hydrogen. Hydrogen is easy. In fact, we're making hydrogen now over here in the sulfur line. Yep. Okay. Again, not ideal, but I think it'll work. So let's move this right there. And I think I'm going to have to leave. So I like leaving the 3 block wide gaps, because if I do a 3 block wide gap, and I decide I'm going to do an extra one in here, I can just go bloop, bloop, bloop and put it in there. Or I can extend this one to a 5 wide, and it'll, and basically, you know, like this one here would be okay in a 5 wide. I would just, you know, have this immediately output. The problem is we need ethylene for other. I'm shaking my finger at you. You can't tell, but I am, just because I'm very excited about this working. So the ethylene we need for other stuff later. Blue, 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 blue. There was a mixer recipe, maybe? I don't remember. Oh, here we go. Nope, this all other stuff. I was looking. There's something we need to make ethylene for. So I wanted to have these separate. Same thing with the tetraethylene. We actually need tetrafluoroethylene to make perfluoroelastomer dust for one. Thought there was another one, but maybe not. Anyhow, point is that it's going to be beneficial to have this out and about rather than inside. Okay, so just to see if we can get this to work, we're going to wrap around the corner again. Oh, I need to go get some more. We got the center modules. I've got those. And Southwest Quad, is that one there? We need to get 2 more routers. I'm very excited. I feel like it's been a really long time since I tried something clever. In our house, doing something clever is come on. No, over here. It's not an insult. It's like chiding, you know, like, oh, bless your heart. But for us, it's, oh, that's so clever. And it's because clever solutions, some of my children, shall we say, might be too clever for their own good. Okay, so you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. Nope, not a shift click, just a regular click. And you're going to output to the right. And this one's not getting a pump, so we'll see if that helps. And that one's gonna get a click to the right. This is not going to go anywhere because it doesn't have anything in there. These all have carbon monoxide in them. Let's go ahead and see if we can dump them in here. Because this isn't running all the time, which is going to limit that over there. That's one of the downsides, is that I don't have central production. And in that case, I don't have a good answer. But for some of these basic elements, like hydrogen, I'm okay setting up a hydrogen production facility that, for example, here, right? No, not that one. Yellow limonite dust. Well, we don't get that. Cathode dust. So I'm trying to think of something useful. Water. Just water. That makes carbon dioxide. But we could do a electrolyzer on just water. And that'll give us hydrogen and oxygen. And we just void the oxygen, because it's not worth the complexity when water is free, if that makes sense. I'm not sure it's saying that that's definitely what I'm going to do, but that's what I'm thinking, kind of, at the moment. Okay, so want one of these to go here. And we'll go ahead and put this in there. It's getting the hydrogen. Good. And this one I'm not worried about it filling up, because this is going to try to make 8 million sodium hydroxide. In fact, are you locked? You are locked. Okay. So then over here, I know this is half this episode was watching me walk back and forth while I talk really, really, really fast. And then another modular router goes up here. Yeah, this is going to change entirely how I do this, because I can't block in some of these things. We'll do that. We'll lock this. like that. And I'm purposely letting it slosh around a little bit. There won't be any sloshing, but it'll at least constantly try to find it. And then this one will be here. And then if I put... No, this is what I want to do. I want to do sender module Mark III. This is the one that goes back there. I don't know if you can see, but there's a teeny little dot there that's moving around. So this is the one that needs the empty case. We're going to match NVT, and it's a whitelist. And I could do it the other way around. I could say it's a blacklist. But I don't think I want to do that. First off, so this is which one was this? This one. This is a bit of a personal grievance of mine, and that is their access list and deny lists now. And I know I've said this before, but it's one of the few nomenclature changes. Most of the time, I think nomenclature changes are just there because like one person got upset about it, and now they're like, oh, blah 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 blah. And you can agree or disagree. That's okay. I'm not diehard on this. And I'm never gonna fight somebody on it. It's not the point here. Okay, I can just put that in there, right? And it goes away, and it empties. It'll only empty most of the way. But if I come in here, you are 46,000. No, this one. No. Oh, because I don't have a pump. It's because I don't have a pump. Okay, I'm gonna go through so many pumps. Import. So this one definitely needs a pump because there's no output for it. And this has got 14 in it. Yep. Okay. And then you've got 32 in there. So let's go grab this. And then that went away. And in a second it comes back. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. That's me flexing. I'm flexing mightily. You'd never know. It wasn't mightily. Let's check one more time. Okay, what did I miss? Oh. Okay, now it went away. I don't know what I changed, but... And it's back. Ah, so happy. Okay, so unless we run into a issue with that, it's going to be smooth sailing, because this has got to be easier to deal with. And this is already full back up, so I don't even need to worry about this. Yeah, so this is going to be much more point-to-point. There are limitations, but I am very, very pleased with this. And there's nothing stop. So the biggest thing, you know, as I'm thinking this out, suppose I want this hydrogen to go to 2 places. I decide that the production here is enough that it can go 2 places. And why aren't you running? Output hatch is full. Oh, because you're not voiding. I was actually just going to check and see if it was worth doing that. I think we're going to leave this not voiding. I might have to change it later if we're not getting enough sodium hydroxide. That's why I set this up. We've already got sodium hydroxide being made somewhere, but I don't remember where and I don't remember what. Yeah, so let's do this one more time. I'm going to do it off camera because, you know, we're running a little long again. 20 minutes is my goal, and most of the episodes have been 45 to an hour. So it's a good thing it's no longer a 2-hour goal because those are starting to run down to 3 hours. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased with this. One more time, I'm going to go run and do this on propene, and I'll come back and show you that it's working, and we'll go from there. Okay. I've got it set up, I think. I haven't tested it yet, so I figured I'd bring you back for that. This should start going as soon as this turns on. These should empty, and it should move over. The only downside is that I don't know how long this recipe is. So let's connect this, and if it's a quick enough recipe... No! No, why are you not working? It's this one, right? Propene, hydrogen, carbon monoxide. HV. You have an output hatch. You have hydrogen, propene, carbon monoxide. You have maintenance. You have energy. Work paused. I paused it. so that I could show you guys it start working as soon as I came back, and then I realized it went the other way. Okay, so it's 2 seconds, and these are emptying, as we hope. Yes. Okay. So in just a second, around 7.5 seconds, 5 seconds, 2.5 seconds, we should see this warp back over. And then in like a couple seconds, and that's well within the range of when it's finished. It's back. Yes, and it's emptying. Same thing over here. Oh, this one already went, I think. Come back, please. Come back, please. Yes! This one? This one's going to take too long to check. But these are full. Oh, okay. 18,000 in the pipe. 32,000 there. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, so this is bulkier. Much bulkier. But at the end of the day, is it really that much bulkier? Because everything seems to work nicely. The Ender Tank one. Okay, so let me pause it and I'll come back in just, 25 seconds. Okay, I lied. It was like 35 seconds. 37 and a half. Something. Who cares? Okay. Let's see it go away. And I realized, so normally, do we see it come back? No, it doesn't come back. But it came back. I mean, it came back. We just don't see an animation for it. Oh, Nelly. I think we are on to gold. That is gold. Okay. And, oh, man. I'm so excited about that. Let me, I know that this, I know the episode's running long, but hopefully this is all, like, fantastic. And you guys are like, oh, that's how I'm going to do it. These routers are not expensive. And the center module is the tier 3 is a little pricey, but you get ender pearls right away, and you can set up the end stone. That's the limiting factor. But you know, these are just basically iron and paper, redstone, all that stuff you get by sieving. So you can set this right away. I should have totally been doing this other than those ender tanks. Man, okay. So this is better. I mean, if I was going from here to here, I'd use the fluid module. Yeah, like the fluid modules we set up, that works. But when they're out of sight, when it's more than 24 blocks away, this is a lot more setup, but it works much better. It does require like 3 trips back and forth. So let me set this one up. I'm going to do it off camera. And if you remember, it is the polyvinyl butyrol. That's polyvinyl acetate. And I don't know if we've got vinyl acetate. I may need... Oh, this is the one that needs ethylene. Aha, okay. I actually need another large chemical reactor then, don't I? Because I don't think we're making anything else. Ooh, although this requires all sorts of stuff to make something. That's got to be way down the line. Yeah, LUV. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna set up another machine. It's gonna pump right out into here. In fact, this will be just a 5-wide one. I think. Yeah, because the output is gonna go right down into here. Okay, very exciting. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, unfortunately, I'm actually gonna end the episode here. I gotta go take care of a couple things. But I appreciate you hanging on. It's not making the plastic that's important in this episode. It's getting this router module thing set up. We'll finish plastic next episode. So until next time, I'll catch you on the flippy flop.